Hey guys, today we're going to do a video on more Oliver history. So, this book focuses on basically the 1800s. Now, there's some cool stuff through here, because I already kind of looked through it, so, usually we pretty much skip the front page. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, now that we're on the front page, no, that's right here. John Deere, Oliver, Moline, and International all painted a tractor like that. They all painted with like the red, white, and blue scheme. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So, I'm sure if someone really wanted to know, you guys could look it up. So for those of you guys that don't know, I'm pretty sure I've already went through this already though. But some of you guys are new to this channel, and some of you guys might not know. But for those of you guys that don't know, the 1800, the 1600, and the 1900 were like the first tractor to look like this style. Then later on, it went to the 50 series, which consisted of 1550 up to 20. I think it was 2050. I can't remember. I think, or it was 2250. I don't remember. I think it was something like that. I don't remember. But then later on, the 55 series came out, which went from 1555 up to 2255, and still with the Oliver name on it, but produced by White Motor Company. So, anyhow, so here's what the 1800 looked like whenever they first came out. So this is like the old school 1800, although it looks modern, but it's not. But there's the Cockshut version of the 1800. You guys that don't know, Cockshut and Oliver were basically produced by the exact same company, because Oliver produced it for Cockshut, and some stuff Cockshut did for Oliver. So, like all Oliver's combines were produced by Cockshut. So, the Cockshut was basically just the Canadian brand one, and Oliver was the USA brand one. But most of the Cockshuts were produced in the USA in Charles City. So, enough talking about that, and then they just shipped them up. So, but that's what the new school 1800 looks like. So, and they were available in, I think, LP, gas, and diesel. So, this is actually one of the cool ones. I think they use these ones here for towing airplanes with, I think. So, if you guys don't know, that the same people that produced the Harper one produced the Oliver Heritage one, which has a bunch of the similar stuff in it. It's more of a wider book. It's more of a bigger, little bit more informational book, and a little bit better of a book, but but those are your parts if you need them. There's the old school 1800. They made a couple. I think they made like a C series and another series. I don't remember what all they made, but right there it is. So, this are your specifications. So those of you guys that have an 1800, I don't know if it produces. Oh, that's the A. They did the A series, the B series, and the C series. That's what it was. They're pretty much all the same tractors. It's just slight modifications. Probably slight. Like, let's see. Torque valves. Yeah, the torque valves are pretty much the same. If you look. This is the A series. A lot of the information is pretty close to the B and C series, so. And, this is like the early of tractors right here. Because they went out with the 60, 70, the 80, and then they went to the 80, then it went to the 66, the 77, the 88, and then later on it came out with the 99. I think they came out with a 90, then the 99, I think, is what they did. But these are this is like the beginning of Oliver right there, because that's right after they bought Hardcover out. Some of these have the Oliver and Hart part together on them. But that's a 70. But these tractors, you can't really tell them apart because they're all the same. Oliver pretty much did that to where you couldn't tell them apart. The only ones you could tell apart were the 50 series and the 55 series and the 1800. You could pretty much tell them apart, especially these ones. So this is actually what I thought was cool here, because this is the prototype of the 1800, and they did it like the Supers. So if you guys don't know what the Supers look like, it looked basically like this, and it either had Super 66 on it, 77, 88, or Super 99 on it. They were pretty much all like that. And the Super 55, that was the other one, but you could get them in a narrow front or a wide front, as you can tell. That is that I think is also the, I don't know if, I think that might be a prototype or something for their celebration, because that's what it says right here. 25 years of 6-cylinder power, which, you know, this is probably back when these tractors made, which was like the 60s. The early or late 60s, something like that. And this is the one that actually pretty much put Oliver ahead, because this is whenever they came out with the Super Series after this tractor. The XL121. They pretty much used it as an experimental tractor for, like, I think it was like the XL121 means 12-to-1 compression ratio. And that's a lot for the modern day farm tractor back then. And they did something with the gas too. I can't remember what it was, because it was the gas that they used ahead of the time though. But I think, actually, now that I think about it, we'll go back to the, somehow I think the 70 meant 70 octane. And the 80 meant 80 octane. Something like that is how they came up with the numbers, I think. Something like that. However the fuel was produced back then, so. This one pretty much tells you about the hydropower, which was like the first of the kind, because that was whenever they first put them in the tractor. Like, all the new ones have them. All the newer Oliver and Whites pretty much followed the exact same tradition, so. But there's the, which one is that one? That's the 1900 with Detroit in it. I don't remember what Detroit was in it. Let's see if I can find it in here. I know it's in one of my other videos. You guys could probably go back to all the Oliver history. I think it was the Oliver history part 1 and 2. I think it was in there. But there's your chart for, it looks like they have row crop, front wheel assist, Wheatland, Ricefield, Industrial, Road Roller, Cockshot row crop, Cockshot front wheel assist, and Cockshot Wheatlands, and it gives you the totals of, I'm not really sure exactly what, but I don't know. I really hate making long videos because it takes forever to upload, and people kind of get boring after just sitting here talking and looking at pictures for a while. But for those of you guys that want to know more about Oliver history, right there, the Floyd County Museum, and it gives you the hours and however much it is to get in, and it gives you their phone number, address, email, everything like that, the website. That's all the merchandise if you want it. Smitty's tractors if you need tractor parts. And that's pretty much it for that part. So, there's the white. That's a 2105. These are the rare track. Oh, they did make an 88 in that color, or in that series too. That was like the 80 color. They're like the 80 color and the 80 grill and everything. So that's more the old school 88 versus the new school 88. That brings you to the 1850, which it was produced with Perkins. It was the only tractor Oliver used that had a Perkins in it. Everything else Oliver had either had a Detroit or Waukesha. That was the only other options they had, so you were stuck with either Perkins, Waukesha, or Detroit Cecil for any of your powerhouses. So that's it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, and before I forget, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Sometime tomorrow, there's going to be, probably going to upload this one tonight. And then tomorrow, there's going to be 2 videos. It's kind of a short look back at 2021. It has a mixture of the square body in with it, hay farming, and a mixture of different stuff that's in it. So there's a couple different, there's one part's all pictures, the other part's going to be videos. I'm going to try to upload them like a minute apart or something like that. So that's it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one.